shout out to all the cups out there for keeping our orange juice nice and contained, baby dolls. What the hell is going on with crypto? Not much. The prices are not moving. I've got a wonderful show for you today. This is the Bitcoin price. We're still around the $29,000 mark, and we can go back. We can actually see the big time frame picture. We are still, once again, still in this little creek here. We're not moving. Don't forget, we are still with a bullish undertone. This is the weekly super trend. I know I've mentioned this many times. You got to understand, just because it's green on the weekly does not mean every day we're going to wake up feeling fun, excited, and euphoric. That's not going to happen at all. But just know that if everything continues as is, we are in the clear. We just need a bit more time. And today's breaking news: PayPal officially launching their own stablecoin. It is on the Ethereum network. I have DeJa Vu. You can even see that PayPal is trending. I really do have DeJa Vu because I can take you back to the earlier year of 2019. Not sure if you were around in that year, friends. There were a lot of things that happened in 2019. So this is the context. I was all in crypto here. Okay, so I got in Bitcoin. I literally went all in here. And what started happening was, remember, I'm new. I didn't understand altcoins. I did not like Twitter. I thought Twitter was full of losers. I had no idea. So all I was watching was a few YouTubers. So when a major news would come, I would like latch onto it and I would like basically store it in my memory bank. And I'm like, okay, this is more information for me. So there were talks of PayPal, random governments using Bitcoin. It was very light compared to today, but it was funds and different opinions about Bitcoin that would slowly come out. There was definitely PayPal. There was definitely these other big companies that were like considering it, or a manager was seen at some conference, this type of random stuff. This was happening around 2019. This was after the recovery. Okay, it was nothing down here. It was literally in this zone. So when you started hearing about it was around here, baby dolls. This is when you started hearing it, from September 2019 to the DeFi season, right after the Bitcoin halvening. But there was definitely a period before the Bitcoin halvening. This dotted line is the Bitcoin halvening. So in this box, that's when you started to hear and see this stuff. So the price wasn't going anywhere, but we were seeing more big institutions and funds and more what you would consider bullish fundamental undertone, because at the end of the day, it's all about adoption. So you have to use it as a beacon. If you're seeing big names, if you're hearing these whispers of big names, then it's probably a cue or a clue that there's bigger things to come. Of course, when it happened, nobody believed me. So even though I had a lot of friends, I couldn't get any of them to buy Bitcoin down here. No one. Okay, only my very, very, very close friends. Everybody else didn't want to budge of it, right? No one wanted it until up here. I'm not kidding, right? You know what they all regret? I actually told them to go all in here. I said, you got to get in here, man. You got to get in here, down there, down the 3 to 4K. No one wanted it. Everyone started paying attention at the 10K. I can tell right now with Bitcoin, I think we're going to see the same, except I don't think it's going to come until about $50,000 Bitcoin. When it's $50,000 Bitcoin, I know this is going to sound crazy. How high can it go from 50K, right? 40 or 50K. What are people going to be dreaming about? So if they're in at 40 to 50K, retailers are going to buy it. There's going to be a narrative invented. You really got to think, where the hell are they going to exit? Like they're going to have to believe in a $500,000 Bitcoin. Why else would you pay a 10x? That's why to go for a 10x at that price, you gotta be like super bullish. I don't understand how somebody can ignore Bitcoin this whole way and then come buy Bitcoin at 50K, like after everything we've seen, and finally say, oh yeah, we are gonna flip gold. Okay, these people are gonna come, but it's very hard to think about it because they're gonna get destroyed. And that's why my fundamental thesis is that the market's getting smarter. People are getting more wise. Their posture is more straight. Everybody's pumping the weights. I'm doing back today so I can carry us out of this bear market. And I want you to know, every single time, every iteration of markets I've been in, it gets smarter. People learn what worked last time. When I was very new to markets, I did not know what that meant. You have to learn the metagame, friends. This is why you like, subscribe, press the bell button, and all over my YouTube. Wisdom. Years and years of wisdom. New things will appear to you that I've seen before. Ray Dalio, one of the world's richest men, He said once he started learning history for macroeconomics, he started to realize that, humans, we've been here before. We tend to make the same mistakes. We repeat the same patterns. It's the same thing happening in crypto. I'm here to share with you that's repeating again. So even though look at this, friends, in the comment section, right? So just some baby doll. We knew PayPal was a soy drinker long before the SEC. They like to randomly squash accounts for no reason. Yes, 100%. But here's the thing. PayPal is the conduit for payments. It's just a signal for us. That's why I really do have DeJa Vu. That's why it really reminds me of that quiet period before the Bitcoin halvening back in 2019. Now, here's the Bitcoin halvening going to happen in April 2024. It's repeating again. And just to let you know that this stablecoin is, of course, a very big fat dingleberry. This stablecoin, they can wipe your whole account. So the new PayPal USD stablecoin, it has an asset protection role, which can wipe your balance in 2 transactions. It can freeze it, and then it can literally send it to 0. So no one should be using this. Don't touch this. In fact, friends, like if you're coming into crypto to use stablecoins, you're not going to make it. All right. I don't like telling people they're not going to make it, but you have to be told this. You're not going to make it if you fornicate with stablecoins. Premarital. You are not to touch stablecoins. You have no business in stablecoins. Stablecoins, you're meant to fall in love with them when nobody loves them. In euphoria. That's when you fall in love with stablecoins. You go, oh, wow, I can't lose my money. Everything else can drop 90%. This one can't. Well, it's actually sad because so one of them did. So when it comes to looking at stablecoins, this is just the reason for real world assets, that sector, and other like cucks to come into the industry and for the industry to grow. Okay, we're here for the actual high reward part. This is for the boomer money to start coming in, getting familiar. So between now and the Bitcoin halvening, because the SEC is now going after Hex, PulseChain, PulseX with their bogus clown claims, I have something that I'm looking for, just to remind you. So this is the only big thing we're going to look at. If the market truly cares about the SEC Fud, it's going to send a signal to my pointy elbows, and I'll be looking for something. What am I looking for? I want to see an XRP dominant narrative where everybody buys XRP just because it has no more SEC Fud. But if it does not happen, that means the market is shrugging off the XRP Fud. Okay, XRP was the martyr for us all. This is the price chart. Okay, this is where the SEC, this is a monthly chart. This is the SEC red candle month. And then the next month was green. Okay, so this is something interesting to think about because we can now see or think about, did the market learn from the XRP case? Is it now no longer considered super unknown and dangerous? Have we had time to digest it? Maybe. It might be, for example, okay, you might be repeating the fact where because we have not raised interest rates for such a long time, for example, because the US Fed raised interest rates to 5%, it was seen as vicious and cruel. But you know what might happen next time? In the next cycle, friends, maybe the interest rate, let's say the US Fed cuts down to like 2% in the next cycle, right? 2%. And then let's say they rise it back up to like 5% in the cycle after that. We might find the market is just straight on bullish rallying. It does not drop at all. We might find that just because we all remember how vicious the turmoil was of raising rates. Okay, so the first time is painful, but the second time the market learns the game. Okay, the market's always one step ahead. But of course, we don't know the full answer. That's why we're waiting to see what's going to play out. This is what I would want to see. If I'm in any other coin, I want to see an XRP narrative form. I want to see as Bitcoin goes up, I want to see people joining XRP, people switching. Now, the chances of this happening, I'm giving about 10%. Because are you seeing it? Do you see anybody on Twitter? Do you see people from Doge, SHIB, Hex community talking about XRP? Do you see people from Matic, Solana, Hex? Do you see Cardano? Do you see anybody targeted by the SEC? Do you see people untagging and then renaming to themselves to join the XRP army? You are not saying that. That means their network effects are pretty solid. So what are we ultimately playing for? Well, in a nutshell, we just need Ethereum to go up. Okay. Of course, we need Bitcoin to go up, but we're all playing for Ethereum. That's what we're playing for. Doesn't mean we're long Ethereum with everything in the portfolio, right? For most people, but it is the health. It is the smart contract, the juicy island that everyone here has come to drink the coconut drink, sorry. And then when we're looking at this, when we're trying to conceptualize this, we all know Bitcoin's a leader, but as long as Ethereum keeps the game alive, then altcoins are going to moon. Not just because of the liquidity, but also because Ethereum, what it represents. It represents smart contracts, DeFi, gaming, metaverse, NFTs. It represents financialization, tokenization of all this stuff, real world assets, the stablecoin use case, perpetual trading, swaps. It represents all of that. Bitcoin represents more morals, ethicals, digital rock, store of value. You know, it's a different type of space that it's feeling in the mind. Retailers have exhausted all their excitement for Bitcoin. We can say that, but there might be some interesting stuff come for Ethereum. So, but this is something to think about because we're going to get diminished returns, friends. Look at this. In the past cycle, Ethereum did 50x from its low. The juicy altcoin winners were able to do 100x to 300x. So Ethereum did 50, they did 100 to 300x, okay? The real winners. Many coins just did 50 to 100x, just like Ethereum. So you get about 2x to 6x multiplier on your Ethereum. But in this cycle, Ethereum might only do a 10x. So it bottomed at $880 to 8,800. I've got the chart here to show you. Down here, $880 to up here, 8,000. Okay, this is just my guess. It could go higher. I hope it goes higher. I really do. It could also go lower. I hope it does not. I hope I'm the super bear. So if this happens, if Ethereum does a 10x, then the winning altcoins are only going to do about a 20 to 60x. Now, that's a lot of money, but firstly, most people aren't in for the exact low. And secondly, now you're starting to open your eyes because are you seeing this, friends? Are you seeing this? Is anybody talking about this? No, I am the only person, the only man who is speaking about this. That's why you press my belly button, okay? No one's talking about this. No one is saying that the past altcoins were just a function of how high Ethereum went. But that's the truth. I've shown you so many charts, so many tweets. If you've been following me, I keep saying this time and time again. Yes, we are just a higher beta on Ethereum. Most altcoins. That's going to be the same case for Chainlink. Going to be the same case for Hex and many other altcoins. It's the same story replaying out again. I hope they disconnect, but I doubt it. That's why we need Ethereum to come in, start boosting up. That's why, friends, people ask me, hey, don't you think Ethereum is worth 2 trillion as an asset? I say, yeah, I think it's worth that. But here's another way to think about it. Do I think Ethereum is going to do a 30x from here? So it'll be 25x from $800 to about 20K. Do I think Ethereum is going to do a 25x? I want it to, but that would mean if Ethereum does a 25x, friends, that means every altcoin is going to do 50 to 200x. 50 to 200x. I'm going to write this number down for you. 50 to 200x. Be honest with me, okay? Do you see a world where, knowing that we are in the then they fight you phase with the government versus crypto, do you see a world where all of us hold hands, drink coconut juice, and get 50x to 200x? I don't see this world. I just don't. Look around you left and right. Everyone's gambling. We have hamster coins. Everybody's got a 48-hour attention span. I just don't see it. You got BlackBerry coming in. Lizard Man's going to scam us with the Bitcoin top. It's going to be a triple top. We've got the S&P 500 in distribution. Interest rates are higher. There's just so many things which point to the undertone of, hey, we're still going up, but the mega moonshot, we might have to wait until the end of the decade for that. We might have to wait until the next cycle, right? Maybe the 2027, 2028, 2029, around that zone. Maybe that's when we're going to start to finish off the story. So I'm just being honest with you. And that's why, friends, that's why I tell you, well, instead of thinking about it in terms of dollars, you got to invest your units of time. Because everybody, what's everyone want? Obviously, well, you think I don't want a 50x or 100x on everything? Of course I do. On everything? Oh, just throw it out there? Of course I do. But you have to understand what's going on. So just to let you know, I've been in markets since 2011, friends. Okay, since I was a trainee, trader, day trader, since being in there. Okay, I'll just tell you something. The best advice I can give you is to literally just be quiet and take your position. All right. You never see me. Do you see me go out there joining Twitter spaces and debating people about why my investment is great? Do you see me? Do you ever see anybody post any screenshots leaked of me in Discords where I'm spending like 4 hours debating somebody about the merits of like, oh, my coin's decentralized. It's going to go up. No, I don't say that. I literally just say, I'm a peanut brain. I am contrarian. You're bearish. I'm bullish. That's it. And that's right now, by the way. That's where we are in the context right now. Context of this cycle. Just to add a caveat. Yeah, there's going to be another time up here. People are going to ask me, what's your thesis? Give me like a 4-hour response. And I'm going to tell you, here's my thesis. Everybody around me is not wearing pants. I'm going to put my pants on. You're all bullish and euphoric. I'm sorry, but I have a bearish, forward-looking 18-month view. 18 months. That's what I'm going to say. Not going to say like, oh, in the next 30 days, in the next 60 days, in the next 4 hours. That's how people try to trap you. That's why you know these people, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. These things take time, friends. They take time to play out. So if you're out there, you find somebody debating and doing all this stuff, they're not great, friends. Like, I'll be honest, I don't judge people, but I'm just going to be completely honest, okay? I've never met a single successful investor or trader who participates in debates, reports, or threads about any investment or trade. What I mean by that, not participate as in post a meme and say, yeah, I think it's good, and he's like one paragraph. Not that. I mean people who go back and forth, seeking debates with other people, trying to say, no, I'm right, and he's like the 19 reasons why I'm right. It doesn't really matter, okay? It does not matter. In fact, here's the thing. To be a great investor, to actually win at this game, okay? Because remember, it's a game of risk reward. Somebody can give me 50 reasons, okay, why something is poopy, okay? Give me 50 reasons why something is poopy, right? But I will tell you this. Just because you give me 50 reasons something is poopy, it doesn't change the fact that there is a price low enough where I start to become bullish. Do you understand me? So let's go look at XRP. Many people say, oh, well, you know what? XRP is very centralized. XRP isn't the future of finance. And this is the XRP market cap chart. XRP right now is 32 billion. Okay, so yeah, XRP, Ripple, centralized. Yes, Ripple dumps. Yes, XRP army, your chain, unfortunately, my kind friends, shout out to you all, it's only doing $500,000 of volume per day, okay? PulseChain literally is still attacked by the SEC, just did 17 million, and we're dumping, just to give you that idea, okay? So just, those are the fundamentals. Now, that doesn't mean I'll never own XRP at any price. Doesn't mean that. Only people who write these long threads and reports and debates and go around trying to debate with everybody, they think like that. As a speculator, this is what we do, friends. You look at this price, and you look at this, you look at the channel, you look at this price, okay? Whatever the price is you want to look at. And you just say, deal or no deal. That's it. 1 second. I've looked at it, no deal. No deal, okay? But if you are a poopy head, you don't know what you're doing, you're going to say it's a no deal no matter what under any circumstances, okay? But for me, I say, okay, if XRP went down to 10 billion, I'm like, okay, I might take that as a deal. I think that's a good deal. 10 billion for an army that survived that long. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Now, do you see how I'm giving you a bigger scope, a wider range of outcomes in your mind? Because we're open. That's why I keep telling you, open mind, open heart, open friendship. These people go around just telling you, no, never own this coin, never own this coin. They're poopy heads. That's why PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, they're still in the cheap price zones. That's it. I like them. They're good deals to me. It's a good deal. Doesn't mean it's going to win. Doesn't mean it's going to lose. Doesn't mean anything. It just means it's a good deal. I like seeing the 24-hour volume. I like seeing the fact that Mr. Dipcatcher showed that information where PulseChain have like 10 to 15,000 daily active users. I like seeing that. It's exactly what Cardano had in 2020, right before it did its big run. 10,000 people. Now, Cardano has 50,000 daily active users from 10,000. So the price went up 25x from that. Isn't that crazy? Yes, it did, friends. From about like, 1 or 2 cents up to 25 to 50 cents. Around that zone. It's a rough zone. Do you see? So if PulseChain, in my mind, if PulseChain gets to 50,000 people, daily active users, then I can tell you the price where we're going to be, right? Around this zone, right? It'll be 25 to 50x. It's not an exact number. We just do 25 to 50x is, surprise, surprise. Funny enough, it makes Eric lose his bet, Eric Wall, our dear friend Eric Wall. 25x, but it could be up here as well, right? It could be in this zone. So I'll just draw this rectangle for you. Yeah, just draw a box up here. Do you think, just look around you. look, actually, I'm not going to make you answer it. I'm going to answer it. I look around and I say, okay, I see people who did not sell at minus 99%. I see people who just had a PulseChain conference with 70 speakers. It's 69 speakers with Matty Allen, makes 70 speakers. Did Cardano have that in 2020? No, they just had Charles streaming. That's how I see it. I'm like, okay. In 2 seconds, I'm like, okay, PulseChain's got 70 people. Cardano didn't. PulseChain's got 10,000 people. So did Cardano in 2020. Cardano went to 50,000 daily active users, okay? I think PulseChain can do it. I think what I'm effectively saying is I think these prices are cheap. That's it. We're done. No more debates. Who cares, friends? I fleshed this out for you just because I love and respect you, but this is how the game is played. You come to different prices. This is what a market is. You say deal or no deal, okay? There is a price for everything. And let's end with some classic Dave Chappelle about Coke and Pepsi, friends.
I don't even know why people listen to me. I'll say anything, nigga. I've done commercials for Coke and Pepsi. I don't give a fuck what comes out of my mouth.
Friends, that's how you have to think about markets. It literally is it. When people ask, what do you like? That's what you're saying. You're trying to think about the future, okay? You got your little party hat here. And like, what do I see today and what do I see in the future? That's what I'm seeing. I'm saying, okay, the newbies who don't know what they're doing, they're saying, oh, you've only got 10,000 daily active users today. Okay, good. Or they're saying, oh, Chainlink, their inflation is being dumped. They're not really killing it, are they? And they're looking at this chart and saying, oh, well, you're not going anywhere. So that they're thinking about today, friends. That's what they're thinking about today. I'm thinking about, okay, more stablecoins in the future, more dApps, more real-world assets, more integrations. That's what I'm thinking about. PulseChain, I'm thinking about more daily active users. I'm thinking of continued growth. And I'm thinking about the difference in the price between when we get those users and what it is today. And it's a big amount. Okay, so this is why this game can change your life. It's because if you wait for the payment, it's too late. Because that means everybody's now being your top signal, your exit signal. You have to think about the future. So you have to always imagine yourself getting paid in the future. What does that look like? What did it take to get there? That's why I show you things like Metcalfe's Law. You ever wondered why? How come we're going to go? What's a 25x mean? How does Eric lose his bet? How does Eric actually lose his bet? I've just told you. We go from 10,000 daily active users to 50,000. If we never get there, if we go from 10,000 to 0, we lose. If we go from 10,000 to 50,000, we win. Isn't that a good bet? That looks like a good bet to me. You're risking 1 unit. You lose, or you risk 100% of the bullet. What's the upside? 25x from here? And of course, I'm not exiting out of 25x, but let's just show you, friends. This is one little insight into how the game is played. But the best game we play is me and you continuing our friendship, of course. Tell mum and dad, we're going to feel like mashed potato and gravy tonight, friends. I'm going to catch you in the next one.